Let's continue where we left off when the phone rang and I had to stop the recording. We're beginning number 34, which is 10x plus 2 times the quantity x minus 4 is less than 12x minus 10. And we want to solve this for x. So our first step is to distribute the 2 on the left side. 2 times x, 2 times negative 4. Now let's add our like terms together. We get 12x minus 8 is less than 12x minus 10. We subtract 12x from both sides. And we get negative 8 is less than negative 10. Well, that is not true. That is false. So what that means is that the empty set is our solution. Had we gotten negative 8 is greater than negative 10, that would be true, and the set of all real numbers would be the solution. So anytime we get a false statement, the empty set will be our solution. If we get a true statement, the set of all real numbers will be our solution. So that was a little bit of a tricky one. Okay, let's move on to number 40. In number 40 we have one of the inequalities that is combined, or what we call compound inequality. We have negative 4 is less than or equal to x plus 3 is less than or equal to 10. So we want to isolate the x in the middle, so we'll begin by subtracting 3, and we get negative 7 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 7. So they ask us to give the solution set in both interval and graph forms, so that would be from negative 7 to 7 inclusive, so we'd use the square brackets. And our graph, I'm going to go ahead and use the interval type of graph, would be everything in between. Okay, number 46. Negative 16 is less than 3x plus 2 is less than negative 10. Wait a minute. Got on the wrong one. I'm doing 44. We'll just change it. Okay, it's less than negative 10. So we'll subtract 2. Again, we want to isolate the x in the middle. So I'm working to do that. Negative 18 is less than 3x is less than negative 12. Divide everything all the way across by 3. We get negative 6 is less than x is less than negative 4. So that would be parentheses since we're not including the points. And let's see, I want a negative 6, 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 7. Oops. And shade everything in between. Okay, in 52 we're referring to the graph tornado activity. It says the data used to determine the graph were based on the number of tornadoes cited in the United States during a 20-year period. A total of 17,252 tornadoes were reported. In which months were fewer than 1,500 reported? Okay, so what we have to do is look at the total, 17,252, and figure out, let's see, fewer than 1,500. Alright, less than 1,500 reported. What would that be as a percentage? 1,500 divided by since our data is given as, gotta get my calculator here. Our data is given as percentages, so let's check that. 1,500 divided by 17,252. So that's about 8.69%. Okay, so anything less than 8.69%. So that would be December, November, October, September, okay, and then January, February. So January, February, we're looking for all the months that have less than 8.7%. So September, October, November, December. Let's see, was that it? Okay, I left out March. Should be 7% is less than 8.7. In August. Left out 2 of them. Okay. So all of those. So we have quite a list on that one. Alright, and number 60, I wanted to do one word problem. And I thought we'd do a grade average one. I think that's one of the types I like to pick for tests. Beth Anderson scored 92 and 96 on her first 2 tests in methods in photography. What score must she make on her 3rd test to keep an average of 90 or greater? Okay, so she has 2 tests thus far. Score on the 3rd test. We'll represent by X. So we know how to find an average from our statistics section. 92 plus 96 plus the unknown grade divided by 3 has to be greater than, keep an average of 90 or greater. So greater than or equal to 90. Okay, the first thing I do is clear the fraction by multiplying both sides by 3. Okay, so now we have, let's see, 92 plus 96 would be 188 plus x, 270, subtract the 188. 10, 16 is an 8. So she needs to get a grade of at least an 82. Anything greater than or equal to 82. Okay, and that finishes up the problems for this section.